to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. Are you die? Never gonna be right.
The other night, I wanted to be real nasty with your ass. I wanted to stick this whole thumb up your butt. Bitch, I'll bang you in your face. I'm talking about putting no thumb in my ass. Yeah, good luck with that shit. See what kind of black eye you wake up with in the morning.
Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas.
You gotta be fucking retarded.
A moment ago, here was the scene with the Cowboys emerging from their tunnel. It was loud.
I think you're retarded.
We're ready for football as the Cowboys get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams.
Bitch, I was drunk. Hey, look, you want to leave me alone.
3 weeks of the season, still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Ronaldo, you can't talk to me while I'm playing the game. Let's see what this nigga come out of.
What? 180!
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And he'll be stopped right at midfield. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option.
That was a hell of a...
right side is into the hands of his tight end.
That was a hell of a joint right there,
sure. And it's 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
Pull it high.
3rd and long. It's gone. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
This shit OP, yo.
And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape.
What'd you say, baby?
Or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area.
Too much.
But they want him involved, just as you said. They want him to touch it either in the running game or the pass.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
How the fuck did he get in there?
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season.
He got a yard?
On the stop was Aaron Donald.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And they'll run here with Tavon Austin. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Samson Abukum racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
Yes.
And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback.
I'm out here picking up
all
the wrong plays.
Up here, 1st and 10 at the 20. Here's Gone. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. But he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
Yo, it's no way that this niggas is coming off scot-free.
Beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone trying to block.
Get outside, get outside, get outside.
They're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Oh, my God.
It's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Prescott on 3rd and 2. He may try and run for this. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, sprint.
Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And a short return to the 6-yard line.
We on that shit, man.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Goff will hand this one to
they're getting rid of his
that
ass.
Play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Y'all niggas is horrible.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's going to have the 1st down as he's marked down just shy of the 20. 3rd and medium, they opted to run instead of pass, and it worked. 1st down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now it's gone. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Back to the air. Goff on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. We're scoreless after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. A shotgun snap for gone. He rifles one that's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
How is that even possible?
All right, work with me, partner. This is a classic understatement. Their execution
is
has
coming
been
off
very
of
poor. Last 3 drives, 2 interceptions and a fumble.
Yo, he is coming off of
Winning
routes.
football, we're not seeing it right now.
Coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one in SoCal. The Vikings and the Chargers from Dignity Health Sports Park. Coverage at 8:20 Eastern, 5:20 Pacific on EA Sports. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Back to Mixon on first down.
What the fuck?
He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone.
This game is trash. This nigga ain't even run nobody over.
Joe Mixon. Touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Cowboys are in for 6. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
These niggas is not making no fucking
and now
way.
Out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down.
What the fuck?
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. Tyrone Crawford, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to air one out. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Xavier Woods with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this is the holiday season because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he throws.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited
about giving me what I want, too.
Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter games turn into bigger runs later.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good-headed scheme going.
Well, that's a tough, costly penalty, because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start. From the gun, here's Gone. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Nick Perry with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. Now remember, this is the number 1 defense in the National Football League. There's a good example of why.
Shows that they set an aggressive tone, not just stopping the run, not just getting after the quarterback, but the ball's in the air.
Bro.
They treat it like they're the receivers, and they went after that one and took it all the way.
It's like I can't do shit. I run the ball, I can't run the fucking ball. Inside, outside. My fucking line is horrible,
down
bro.
14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet
got
that can
-9
work?
offensive
Get back
yards.
to basics is usually your
14.
answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And that one's complete to Gurley. A good pickup there at 22.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out
This
the
nigga
blitz,
read that,
he's going to
though?
win that battle just about
How
every
do you
time.
read that?
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And this is caught at the 8. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That goes for a gain of 31. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Back at the 2 now. Here's second and goal. And this is going to result in losing
This shit
yardage.
crazy.
They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of 7. And now it's third down. This is third and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. Gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Robert Quinn make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Third and goal, they decided to throw for it, but how about the play defensively? Couldn't find anyone open, left him nowhere to go with the football, had to absorb the sack.
Zerline's kick is up and through. Zerline, of course, last year had likely the iconic field goal of the season, booting that 57-yarder in the Superdome to send his squad to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, you really hurt the Saints fans on that one, didn't you?
Sorry.
They didn't want to hear that at all. But this guy deserves his nicknames. Greg the Leg, Legatron, because the ball goes through the post at a heavy rate, 87% in 2018.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
-9 fucking
and
yards.
Not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
This nigga 14-0 ahead, -9
So we have
yards.
come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Shit sad.
The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks.
This nigga walked through a nigga.
Michael Brocker's in on the stop. Prescott now on second down. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch.
Yo, you gotta get there.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they worked on through training camp, OTAs, minicamp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion. Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Now a second down throw.
They'd have called pass interference had that nigga grabbed him.
Tyler Boyd, the former Pitt Panther, was the target. And it's 3rd and 4.
Check 31, check 31. 58, boys, 58, 58. My hey, kill. Yo, watch twitch. Hey, kill.
Prescott from the gun. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Mixon. And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pick up a 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play.
Yo, how the fuck did he get...
Find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Here's Mixon. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown, you're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one that was denied as he tried to get the second.
Score.
Of course, the
held
door
that
for
nigga to
Maher
3.
was opened after a little bit of a surprise move. The Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Throw left side, complete to Cup. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. On 2nd and 9, Goff. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Yo!
The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And he will go down. A Cowboy sack. Tyrone Crawford make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it.
It's
this
fucking
offensive
hard.
line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Goff now looking to throw. Now that'll be caught by Cup. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
From the gun on 3rd down. Goff. And a throw there.
They gave him a hit stick, though?
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They're going to go for it. It's gone. And this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And Dallas, they'll take over in terrific field position. They'll run on 1st down. It's Austin. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Get the fuck out of here.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 22. Now Goff. That's caught left side. It's Higbee, the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
7 yards there and a 1st down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Oh! And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop the jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The Notre Dame man, Jalen Smith, able to get a hand in and knock it away. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been... And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Goff. And now here's another interception. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
That gives him 98 yards in this game, and he's got to feel pretty good about that, but the entire offense does. The big thing, though, Brandon, they've got to get to 100, though.
You think he knows he's at 98?
I think someone has told him by now, and here's the thing. Getting to 100 or more is tangible evidence that you've had a nice day running the football, and that's what his offensive line wants for him and for themselves.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now.
I've got an idea. Let's skip racing to the airport at the end of this game. Let's go to the post-game press conference. I have a feeling.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Joe Mixon with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run with Henderson here to begin the drive. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down. Probably wishing that they could have had a few runs like that earlier in the game, now facing this deficit in the 4th.
Hard to criticize a run of that magnitude, but they really need those types of runs to go the distance and need bigger plays to try and get back into this one.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jalen Smith. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Throwing here, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Despite the lead here in the 4th, they're still taking shots.
Not content to sit on this lead at all, and to me it raises the question of what's right in this game nowadays. Do you sit on the ball and run it because you have enough of a lead, or do you try and extend it because you always feel like the other team can come back?
Extend it. Have some fun. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, I've got to laugh here, and I really don't want to, because the old school in me is not happy about this score this late, not necessary. But this is Madden, isn't it?
Yeah.
This is how it works.
Rub it in. Have a day.
I mean, what does it matter? These guys who are playing in this game, there are no feelings
exactly.
there.
They don't have to face the guy. Well, they might if they're in the same room going head-to-head.
But that's
the
about
virtual
it.
Guys on the screen don't have to face each other after this one.
In that case, run it up.
And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Throw left side to Reynolds. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. To throw is gone. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One last throw here for Gone. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete, as time has run out on this football game. So this one will end in a victory for the Dallas Cowboys. And they were buoyed, Charles, by a big second half that put this one on ice.
So you get the sense that whatever was said at halftime obviously hit home. I think it's a little bit more than that, though. Obviously, there are words that are said, and, hey, come on, guys, we have to play better. But sometimes it's just sharpening your execution, sharpening your focus, and maybe doing the things you practiced all week without major adjustments, just doing them better. And that got it done in this one.
So for Dallas, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for L.A., their playoff hopes take a hit as they drop to 7-7. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
this magic. One up and up this magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror now, I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm